Today, we are diving into a really powerful story. It's about mentorship, about resilience, and, that deep, unspoken bond between two people, all set against the huge backdrop of the sea. And this story, well, it begins like so many do, just before sunrise.
Okay, so the scene opens at dawn. We have a young boy, his name's Manolin, and he's making his way over to the simple hut of an old fisherman named Santiago. And this isn't some big special occasion. No, this is a routine, a ritual that honestly says more than words ever could.
And the boy, he doesn't show up empty-handed. He's carrying coffee, some food, and his fishing gear. He finds the old man already awake, just sitting there, waiting. This simple act of care, right from the get-go, it just sets the entire tone for their incredible relationship. By the way, the text you're seeing on the screen, that's the original source material we're pulling from for this explainer.
And right here, this really gets to the heart of Santiago himself. The source material spells it out for us. His body is old. He moves slowly. You can see the wear and tear of a long, hard life. But his spirit? Oh, that's a whole different story. It's described as stronger than it has ever been. So that's the man we're dealing with. He looks frail on the outside, but inside, he is absolutely unbreakable. This bond between them, it wasn't built in a day. It was forged over years and years at sea. A classic relationship, right? The master and his apprentice. But now the roles are starting to blend. They're even starting to reverse in some really beautiful ways.
The boy's words to the old man are so simple, but man are they powerful. You should rest more. There's so much packed into that one little sentence. It's not just a suggestion, it's a plea. It comes from a place of real, deep concern. The apprentice has become the caregiver, looking out for his mentor.
And Santiago's response? It's just perfect. It's gentle, but it's firm. The sea waits for no one. He knows the boy has a point, but his sense of purpose, his whole identity as a fisherman, that's a force that an aging body just can't hold back. The work has to be done.
This moment right here, this silent moment, it says everything. As they walk down to the docks, Santiago leans on Manolin's arm. All the dialogue, all their shared history, it all comes down to this one physical act of mutual support. It's just such a powerful image of their friendship.
So down on the shore, their preparations begin. And for these two, getting the boat ready isn't just a list of chores. No way. It's a sacred ritual. It's all about the precise, practiced movements of true craftsmen who have this deep, profound respect for their trade and for the sea itself. They spend the whole morning in this rhythm. They're preparing these strong lines. They're twisting the ropes to make them even tighter. They're choosing each hook so carefully. And they're planning exactly how to set the lines at different depths. Every single step is methodical, just filled with the kind of knowledge that gets passed down from a master to his apprentice. And this is how real wisdom is shared. Manuel is just watching everything. Every single knot Santiago ties, every fluid movement of his practiced, skilled hands. He's not learning from a book, he's learning by observing a master at his craft. It is a silent but incredibly powerful lesson.
But you see, Santiago taught the boy so much more than just how to tie knots and set lines. He passed on a whole philosophy, a kind of code for how to live your life, that he learned from a lifetime of facing the immense power of the sea. This right here is the absolute core of his belief system. Santiago explained that a fisherman isn't judged by the size of his catch, not by what he brings back to shore. No, he's judged by how he faces the sea. It's all about dignity, about courage, and about resilience in the struggle itself, no matter what the outcome is.
And part of that code was this deep respect for his opponent, for his prey. He taught Manolino to empathize, to literally think like the fish, to understand its patterns, its needs, its very nature. See, this isn't about domination. It's about a deep, knowing connection with the world around you.
So, as their long day of preparation comes to an end, and with all this wisdom of the sea fresh in our minds, this story shifts. It gets quiet, more reflective. The hard work is done for the day, and now we get a little glimpse into the old man's soul.
The scene is just beautifully simple. They share a meal, and then the old man goes to sleep. But his mind doesn't really rest. It travels to a very familiar and very powerful place.
He dreamed of lions, not of fish, not of giant storms at sea, but of young lions playing on a beach.
This recurring dream, which is described right here in our source text, it's a direct link back to his youth. It's a symbol of that untamed strength and freedom that still lives inside his aging body. That spirit we talked about at the very beginning? Yeah, it's alive and well in his dreams.
And that leaves us with this one final, lingering thought. In a life that's been so defined by the sea and the fish in it, why does the old man's heart keep returning again and again to the lions on the shore? What do they really represent? You know, that's a question worth pondering.